Hutchinson Sandusky, and today I will be persuading you to homeschool your children. But first, let me introduce my audience. First, we have Madison, then we have Mary, and Ben, Andrew, and my husband, Skylar. Homeschooling your children can be beneficial by creating your own timetable, teaching your children the curriculum that you personally believe in, and they can socialize in a way that you see properly healthy for their well-being. Homeschooling has been a deeply rooted, according to Billy Rayleigh, the writer of Safe at Home, establishing a fundamental right to homeschooling. Homeschooling has been the primary form of education for most of Western history, including at times when the Constitution and the 14th Amendment were adopted, and that states have almost always refrained from infringing on parents' ability to educate their children at home. I personally have first-hand knowledge about homeschooling since my husband and I were both homeschooled. Also, we know plenty of other parents and children who really enjoy homeschooling. I would like to describe to you the benefits of homeschooling your children. First of all, many of parents and children enjoy homeschooling because they can create their own timetables. Many of private and public school children have no time to spend with their families due to being at school for about 8 hours a day and then having more work to do when they get home. With homeschooling, you can get all of your work done for the day in just a few hours. Then you have time to do things with your family. Also, families of homeschool children are more involved in the community, whether it is through church functions or helping clean up the environment, sports, scouts, or singing. For example, my husband and I were both a part of scouts and singing, and we found that we really enjoyed it, and we made so many friends. Lastly, you have more time to do fun and educating projects and field trips, which usually help children's learning capabilities since it is more hands-on assignments. Now that you have an idea about the freedom of creating your own timetable, let's take a look at the curriculum. You can teach your children the curriculum that you personally believe in. According to Philip Squadrell, the writer of Changes in America's View of Prayer and Reading the Bible in Public Schools, although the Supreme Court has ruled that public schools cannot require organized prayer and the reading of Bible verses. Many Americans disagree with this interpretation of the First Amendment. So much for the freedom of religion, right? Therefore, why send your child to a public or private school when they won't even be learning about God? Only what the government wants them to learn. It is far more unnecessary than the Holy Bible, which was abandoned in today's school systems. Your children can also be taught a higher academic curriculum than what they would be taught in a public school system, due to the lower curriculum, so that it is fair to those who live in poverty and they are not as intelligent. According to Laura Bell, the writer of Homeschooling, a positive trend giving hope to American education, studies have also demonstrated that homeschool children on average perform better in college and have higher college graduation rates than those who attended public school. Overall, homeschooling can help your children be more successful all throughout school and college, since their primary focus is on their academics and not socialization. In addition, not only can you teach them a better curriculum, but your children can also gain better social skills. Your children can socialize in a way that you see properly healthy for their own well-being. Therefore, you could teach your children which group of children are the acceptable ones to hang around and which ones are not. Most people would say that you are controlling your child's life. However, your children will follow their peers And if they are hanging around other children who never study and all they do is break their parents' rules and break the law on a daily basis, then your children will do the same. Nowadays, when you walk up to a group of teenagers, all you hear is foul language and just pure ugliness. Is that how you want your children to turn out? According to Weldon, the writer of Erasing My Homeschooling Misconceptions, studies show that homeschooled children have better social skills and fewer behavior problems than their demographically matched school peers. In conclusion, you should homeschool your children because there are many positive benefits. I have tried to persuade you that homeschooling is the best option for your children and for you as parents, hoping that you will try to see the benefits of homeschooling and why it would be more effective in the long term. I encourage everyone to homeschool your children. Do not waste your time by sending your children to a public or private school that teaches your children things that you do not personally believe in. Act now. It is your child's well-being. Thank you.